Hey, it's your boy Derick Gant, 24K Life. We also have Smart Money Management. We are also pushing the 24K Life Code. What do I mean by that? Pushing? We are pushers. Go push us, give you a little hit of what it takes to be financially, physically, mentally successful. What do you need to do? What should you be thinking about? Well, today we're going to talk about a plan. You got to have a plan. You got to have a strategy. You got to have a roadmap, a path, a guide to get you where you want to go. You know, sometimes, most times, think about what you've done in the past. Have you said, I am going to do X? It could be a New Year's resolution. It could be a spur of the moment. It could be an inspiration from a friend, a family member, something you've seen on TV, a movie, but you are inspired to take action. So you know the result that you want. You know where you want to be, where you're going, what you're thinking. You've analyzed the details of what it could possibly take to get there. And now it's time to put those details together. You got to put them together. You got to put all that together, and you have to have a plan. I prefer to reverse engineer all of my plans. So when you reverse engineer anything, you start at the end point. So whatever that desire is in its fruition in your mind. So we're talking about money, and you say, I want $100,000 in cash in my bank account. Okay? Well, we're not going to start day one and say, okay, we have $1. How do we get to $2? We're going to start at the end and say, I want $100,000. You have a goal, so by what date? And then you're going to figure out, what do you need to do today? What do you need to do this payday? What do you need to do to create more income or better investments or higher rates of return in order to hit that goal? So we're going to start at the end, and we're going to run it all the way back to today, and you're going to have a plan. Now, your plan is going to include a budget. You've already taken a look at your assets, your income, your liabilities, your cash flows. Now you're going to put that together in a budget. Slap all that in there and figure out what your discretionary income is. It is the single most important thing that you can know about your personal finances today. Discretionary income. That means what's left over at the end of payday, at the end of the month. You get paid twice a month. What's there at the end of the month? Bring in 10 grand. Do you have 1,000 left? That's 10%. Do you have 2,000 left? 3,000 left? Do you have nothing left? Do you owe somebody because you've been using the credit cards on top of the cash? Where are you? You need to know that number. And the only way to do that is to go back and track. Now, the easiest way that I would recommend you find that number is to go back to your bank statement. Go to your bank statement and take a look at all the debits that you did over the course of a month. So go back and look at the month before or 2 months before. Get an average. Do a couple months and see what should be left over. What should be in your savings account? What can't you account for? We have a money system, so if you can't do that, if you have a struggle with that, then you reach out to us. We'll help you. We'll give you a tool to help you do that. But let's just say you can. It's not that difficult. You can go back. You can do it. You understand what's going on. Discretionary income is the number. What am I doing? So first, you're going to take a look at your discretionary income. That's going to tell you about the plan as of today. Can you plan to save those funds? Can you plan to invest those funds? Are those funds available for your $100,000 goal? That's what you have to ask yourself. Is it available? If it's not available, why not? What's coming up that you got to spend it on? How can you reduce your expenses? And most importantly, from an abundance standpoint, from a prosperity standpoint, from I am a positively thinking person, not what can I cut, what can I add? How can I add more income? So you're going to map out your plan. Your plan is going to be, do I need to get a promotion? And when is that going to be? When is it most likely that's going to be? Can I get a second job? Can I get a pay raise? Can I get more streams of income? How can I offer more value to the world? How can I bring more money in? So you're looking at these things and you're saying, I have to strategically figure out. If you have to go back to school to get a promotion, that's part of your plan. Is your plan static? No. Static meaning is it you're going to set the plan and that's it? No, it's going to change. You got to reevaluate that thing and update it and throw out the dirt and add some of the gemstones, and you might get a bigger raise. You might get there sooner. What kind of decisions are you making on a day-to-day basis to help that out? Are you starting your day understanding where you are financially? I'll tell you a story. I was in with a client of mine, and I actually leased my office space from this client years ago. And every morning he would get a financial report at 8 o'clock from his team that told him exactly where all of his assets were from all of his businesses, his personal accounts, his retirement accounts. He had an accounting. What you focus on expands. What you focus on will grow. He was focused on the bottom line. Where's my cash? Where's my assets? Where's my net worth? And he understood that if he knew where he stood, he knew what type of decisions he should be making that particular day to help him move forward to continue to build wealth. What are you doing? When's the last time you really did a deep dive on your money game? On your dollars. You got to do that. You got to do it. Pick a time, once a week, once every 2 weeks, one deep dive a month, so that you understand where you are and where you're going, and challenge yourself, hold yourself accountable to the end of your month. I should be here. How am I doing this day, this week, this pay period, this month? Because without that, you won't get to the quarterly goal, and without that, you won't get to the monthly goal. So it's not rocket science. It is a little bit of work. Are you willing to do the work that it takes to figure it out? So figure out where you are. If nothing changed for you from today to the end of the year, 12 months later, what should your financial life be looking like? What do you need to do to take control of your spending and your income? How can I get more money? It's always about more money. Now, you can be a Scrooge and you can count every penny and stop going and get coffee and save every nickel and rub them together and maybe they combine into a dime. That's not any fun. It's not very exciting. I want you to look out and see how great you can be. How good can this get? How much more can I be? What is my code? That 24K life code. What's my code to create more revenue? Because that's what you need, more revenue. You need more revenue and you need to understand how to manage it, and that's all part of your plan. You have to have a plan. Part of your plan is a budget. Part of your plan is creating more revenue. Part of your plan might be educating yourself to deliver more high quality assets to people around you, because the more quality assets people have, the more quality assets people want. And if they're getting it from you, you are golden. 24K gold. So think about this. What's your plan? Sit down and map it out. Get a journal book. Map it out. Plan A, to list all my assets and liabilities, to create a budget, to lay out what my discretionary income is. Where is that going to take me right now if I don't change it? If I never changed it, where will it take me? Include your 401k contributions, your pension contributions, your 403b monies, your savings. Include all those assets. Where will I be according to my plan? Is your house equity part of your plan? Do you plan on paying that thing off and then downsizing, taking those funds, putting it to work, getting 5 to 7%, making life a little easier on yourself? This part, it could be your plan. Are you planning on having a second home? Do you plan on being a snowbird? In Ohio, we are snowbirds. So we fly off from the snow to the sun, Texas, Arizona, Florida, anywhere warmer than Northwest Ohio. Snowbirds, is that part of your plan? When does that plan start? What do you need to make that plan happen? Those are the things you have to understand that you have to plan for, write out. The more you write it out, the more clear it will be to you. And the more clear it is to you, the more real it will be for you. And the more real it is, the more likely it is you'll do what you're supposed to do today to get there. Derick Gant wants you to be your best, bring your best, leave